Here with Braylon Mullins. First off, Braylon, I wanted to ask you about just kind of the team you've got this year. Watching you guys in working out here today, and I know you're missing a couple of guys, but as you get into this season, I know big goals for you. You're going through recruiting that's obviously been very hot and heavy here lately. But how much are you just kind of looking forward to get out and play in your senior year, and what are you looking forward to most?
I mean, I'm definitely excited for senior year. It's the last time I get to play for this community, and Greenfield. It's been great for me for the last 3 years, but I'm excited to play my senior year. And but we have a good group this year, especially having Mikey transfer in. So it's playing. We're trying to figure everything out, gel together a little bit, but it's also different without Boston and Dallas. Those two are our two key starters. So and also Cooper not being able to play the first 6 games. So it's going to be definitely different the first. Trying to get everybody back in shape, back in rhythm, but no, I'm definitely excited for it. But we have a lot of young guys playing up, and in these fall workouts, they get a lot of opportunity, and they're making the most of it, so it's been fun.
24-0 last year until the sectional championship game. Very close to getting that goal of, I know the goal is to get through a sectional at some point here, and I'm sure you're hoping to do that this year. But from a personal standpoint, how much is like Mr. Basketball, on your mind as you start the season?
Oh no, it's definitely a goal of mine. I mean, it's always a wonder to have a big number one hanging up in your gym where you've been playing the last 3 years for your high school. So no, it's definitely one of my goals, but also it's gonna be very difficult to do that. Every game plan is gonna be against me, so it's gonna be a challenge to do that. But I'm looking forward to it, and I'm excited to be a contender for that.
I know you're coming up on your recruiting process here, getting towards the end anyway. It's been a long, I don't say it's a long road. It's been a kind of, it seems like a quick road to a certain extent. That things happen pretty fast. Where are you kind of at? I know you're down to 3. Where are you kind of at between IU, UConn, and North Carolina right now?
I mean, I finished all 3 of my official visits, so I mean, I'm not going to be visiting anymore anytime soon. So I mean, I'm just kind of pacing myself out. I got a fall break next week. I have like 7 to 8 days to think about it, but my commitment's coming up soon. It's going to be in probably the middle of October. But also, I've been just writing things down 10 minutes a day, just trying to figure it all out for myself, what best fits me. I mean, all 3 are good schools, so also it's a blessing in itself, so I'm grateful for all of it.
You had a chance to visit IU, and then Trent Sisley committed, shortly after that. I know you're close with him and teammates with him. How much has he kind of been in your ear about committing to IU?
He's definitely been reminding me. He reminds me probably every other day, just giving me those red and white circles, just showing it to me. But it's definitely having him to talk to about it, because he's the one who's committed, and what he feels, he's to letting me know about it, but also just hearing a different standpoint about it as well. So it's definitely something good to hear, but IU's in a good stand. So.
Yeah, Coach Woodson, I know, was out here as we talk on Tuesday. He came today. What's their kind of last pitch to you, I guess, at this point?
I mean, they're just showing me game film, just what they're trying to change, because they know that previously, probably most recently last year, they played big in, and it was just post out to the guard play, and they're changing the offense a little bit, and they're trying to pitch that to me so that I can do a lot for them, and I can play right away. So that's definitely what their pitch was, and that's what it was this morning as well.
And I know Coach Hurley's been in, has he been in pretty recently here, or is he coming later this week?
He might. I have no clue if he's coming anytime soon this week, but he's been in here a couple times. So,
yeah.
But no, he also, it's the same thing, the pitch. I get to play right away, and he can get me to my dreams, so that's what he pitches all the time.
I know, obviously, you're talking about schools that some are farther away in North Carolina and UConn, and obviously IU here in your backyard. What kind of a factor does that play into your decision?
I mean, I still don't know if I want to go far yet or not, so it's also going to be a challenge taking a bet for yourself going far. I mean, IU's only an hour away, so it's just a different standpoint for all 3 schools, and it's just like, so I don't know what to do yet, and I need to talk with my parents about that. So.
And I know you've been talking to them, and or hopefully you have. I'm sure you have at some point. But what I know this month you'll decide. I mean, that's kind of the plan, right? For you have fall break, and then probably make that decision.
Yeah, no, it's coming up relatively soon. Probably 3 weeks, 3-ish weeks, 2-3 weeks from now. So it's coming up soon.
As we talked last year, or I guess when things started heating up, I guess it was spring, probably April. Things started heating up a little bit. Did you get the feeling this might be kind of how things would go, or did it surprise you at all?
It's especially after that Texas period. I think it was the beginning of May. It just ramped up all the way up through June, July, all the way through. But then it was a lot of stress, and then I cut it to like 9 or 10 or whatever I had, and relieved it a little bit, but it was still really bad. And I'm happy that I got it down to 3. I'm really close with all 3 of these schools. It's definitely still stressful to pick one because all 3 are good schools, but again, it's the best. What's best for me.
And then lastly, Braylon, you started off talking about your team this year. How do you maybe what is something maybe you hope to do better this year, or what do you hope to improve on from your junior season?
Just the leadership standpoint, just being the vocal leader of our team, being the captain, the senior leader to everybody, especially with both football guys coming in, just getting them right and figuring it out all together because we want to win it and we want to win it bad.
And you mentioned Mikey Johnson. What does he add? He played with you in June, obviously, and it looked like a good piece. What does he add for you?
He adds the athleticism piece of our chin offense because that's what we run. It's just a lengthy defender, athlete, driver, and he'll hit an open shot when he can. So it's definitely some helpful. We'll have a really good 5 and figuring out the bench. But I like the 6-7 we got.
Awesome. Thanks, Braylon Mullins. Again, his decision will be coming soon. We'll say that. Thank you.